Sup players, we're here with Mr. X21, Christian Forsman. What did you do today?
I bubbled in the top 16, and then I miraculously got to top 4 with this deck.
Yeah, what was your score in Swiss?
5-1, just barely made it.
Okay, well, good job, good job.
Thank you.
What did you play today?
I played the birds.
The birds, okay.
Yes.
Let us see the spice, the goo.
Well.
Oh, you got a nice trophy here as well.
Semi-finalist.
Not as nice as Anton's, but...
I mean, it isn't this, right?
No.
The only thing that I have to say before is that the reason why I played this deck, I was testing Labyrinth and purely for the longest time. Actually, before the list, I was like testing purely non-stop, but then they kind of hit the deck really hard, and I was very, I didn't want to experiment, so I just decided to play a deck that I know very well, and surprisingly Flunder worked amazing this weekend, so yeah.
Okay.
Let's get straight into the list.
Let's get it.
So of course we have 3 Rubina, 3 Evelyn, 1 Street, and then I played double token. This was actually really good. It helps you play around Droll, and it also is really good if they go Runic cards and banish your birds, or like any other Floowandereeze card you need. The worst one is still kind of Street, but you needed to have infinite empens, so yeah. So this was pretty good, and then definitely 3 empen. This card is broken at 3. It's not once per turn, so it just becomes a lot easier if you have 3 because you hard draw it a lot often. It's a bird you can banish off Advent, and because you play a lot of little birds, a play I actually did was to summon Empen first at Dreaming Town, summon Little Bird, then use my regular normal summon on Avian, so I had both a negate and a trap. That was really good. And Avian was really good because a lot of rogue, this card just kills rogue. And then, yeah, this card was also crazy. A card that wasn't that crazy this weekend was like Shifter. It only really came up once versus a Marinces player I played against, and that's it. Other than that, the card didn't really do that much, but you of course have to play it because it's Flunder, and yeah.
Was it just the matchups that it wasn't matching with, or just did it generally just perform really badly? Did you play against anything where it could have been good, but it wasn't?
There was one time also against Sprite where it actually was pretty good, but generally I just think I didn't really... I had it one time against Dragonlink where I had Droll as well, but in that matchup I should have just Drolled him instead of shifted him, and that kind of lost me the game.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's still really good because it just it stops Veiler, Droll, and Ogre, and yeah. Then,
well, and most importantly, the Droll, right?
Yeah, I got Drolled I think 6 times yesterday, so yeah.
Okay, very good.
Then Ash, because Danish format, and Ash is just the most universal hand trap. And apparently people in Denmark love branded, and this card is just FTK versus that deck. That's for monsters. And then for spells, we of course have 3 map, 3 advent. This card was crazy, just plays through hand traps, dodged, like searching it on your opponent's turn as follow-up is like really good. Then this card was crazy as well. But yeah, very standard.
Would you consider playing 2 of the continuous spell?
I considered it last minute, but I didn't change it because it's not really that amazing going first. It's more for like a going second card, and it's like kind of like a utility card to fix your hands if you draw many big birds, and you just wanted. I just wanted the most consistent deck. So
in hindsight, would you have played 1 or 2?
I would have played 1 still, I think.
Okay, very good.
And then for this, I think these, you have to play these at all, like every time. And then I played this, but I started out a lot post game 1 because I was scared of Droll, and this card kind of just, the way I basically, you play around Droll now is just you go map with token at back Empen, so you still just have some kind of floodgate up, and yeah, that was like enough. But I think this card was really good. In theory and testing it was amazing, but I didn't really see it that much in the tournament either way, so... And then final cards, Book of Moon, maybe I should have played 3 of this, but I think 2 was fine.
How did it perform?
Really good. It was really good. Booking their sprite or the normal summons or the level 2s. You could book the first summon or book your own cards to dodge Imperm or Vela, those kind of cards. That was like
cool.
Alright, yeah. So generally I would just play this card again. I don't know if I'll play 3, but yeah, 2 is fine. And then the terraforming for the 4th heal spell. This was really good. Like this card won me a lot of games, and just a crazy card overall. And then the actual MVP of the deck is Dreamy Town. This card is broken. So 40 cards clean. We can just go through the extract really quick. I only went into the extract once, so most of it doesn't matter. Play this, double Zeus. This is the only card I made.
Didn't you make Zeus in your last round?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so 2 times I made the extra deck.
Okay.
Yeah. And then these, but generally it's like the only card. I was like the only card that's really missing in here is the Water Charmer.
Okay.
But
How
I felt
come?
this was better because it could take Barone. I think people would play Barone definitely. So yeah.
And what would the Water Charmer take?
The Water Charmer was just like a good card because like you play against so much rogue anyway, and there are some decks, for example, like Marinesis actually would have come up, but it's like very niche.
Okay. Cool. But generally the extra deck is kind of relevant.
Yeah, the only cards that's like really important is these.
Okay.
Or like with this one also, but.
Yes.
And then for the side deck, we have the God card. Very strong. Didn't actually use it once the entire tournament, but it's insane. Played 3Ds. This card was pretty good as well. Would definitely play it also. Dark Rule was okay. I was afraid of Sprite, but I didn't really see it versus them when I played against it. The only deck I really saw it against was Dragonlink, and there it didn't do what it was supposed to do. And then played 3 Droll. Droll was pretty okay also. The only matchup where it like truly came up was I want to say like against some of the runic variants I played, but in theory I was like, yeah, this card was just not good enough versus all of the decks I played. I didn't really feel like I needed it, to be honest. And then this card was really good too. Just hits the back row, but it was also really good, really strong versus Cash. It helped me win a match against that deck as well. But definitely the star of my extra deck or side deck was this card. This card was crazy good, like in my opinion.
Would you have considered maining it?
Maybe in the future. I don't know. I think the list I made for this event was pretty good.
Okay.
Because I was considering maining this as well, but I thought Ash was just better, like universally, and I wanted to respect Danish better, like as much as I could. And the last cards I kind of also wanted to play was like just more birds to get the deck as consistent as possible. So that's why I chose to play it the way I did.
So Euro's up next. Do you have any card changes or something you would change in the deck, and what would you do differently with it going to a tournament like Euros compared to Danish nationals? Is there anything you would change? Have you thought about it?
I think we have to see like the French nationals, the German nationals, what's gonna happen there.
Yes.
And then maybe I'll look into it at that point. I considered Thrust, but the reason why I didn't play that card was, first of all, I didn't have it, and in testing it just didn't seem it was that great, because there was multiple hands where it was like a blank card, and then when I eventually got hand trapped, I couldn't set I couldn't really get what I needed, basically, because most of the time you just get Featherstorm with it, but there was just many more times where I wanted to get like a field spell or like a pot, but I couldn't use it because they didn't have any monsters. So
yeah.
All right, but yeah, that's it for the deck, and I would say overperformed very much. I'm very, very proud of the deck. Yeah.
Do you have any shoutouts?
Shout out to all of you three. And shout out to all of you for helping me with the deck. Shout out to everyone I played against. Shout out to all the guys from Faro Cigar. Shout out to all the guys that came visit at Danish Nats, like Mateus, Dennis, Jonathan, JY. Yeah, too many to name. But yeah, you know who you are.
All right. Team Paradigm signing out.